brushes, and hair play. It's as if girls don't have anything else on their minds except girls' hair play.
But you could have hair play and a football, can't you?
Well, you can, and in fact, but for older girls, it moves on. Of course, there's Barbie and her glamour. Now, in truth, Barbie also has a computer and she has an MD, but it's the glamour part of Barbie that sells. And then, as if girls couldn't make up their own fantasies, this year there's a new trend. They've developed Heartthrob and Girl Talk board games, which actually teach girls about what they should look at, what attributes in boys they should look at. For instance, one of the winning cards here is whether or not your beau has a Porsche, or whether or not he's got dog breath, or whether or not he's a hunk. And then most of the
tea sets have been around. Didn't you have a tea set when you were little?
Yes, but you know, this is sort of a retro toy. It goes along with some of the fur stoles and hats with veils and white gloves. This is a real a la 1950 game.
Now, when you're saying this, I mean, it shouldn't be, I mean, you can have that. That could be part of...
Absolutely. I'm not saying that that gender-specific toys aren't appropriate. The problem is finding a balance. For instance, the only theme for boys these days tends to be war play. For instance, there are the Dino Rider Commandos and He-Man and Expanders. Most of them center on aggressive themes. They're TV tie-in toys.
No, that's not gender-specific. I mean, it's not really marketed to a boy or girl.
In truth, the girls that I spoke to and interviewed for my book said they have more choices. They might play with both, but no boy is going to be caught with Barbie. But these are rigged for single-theme kinds of play, and kids need more.
All right, there's a big choice when parents are approaching Christmas. Do I go to a gender-specific toy, or I go to one of these toys that are the classics that really don't say if I buy for a boy or a girl?
I think you need to find a balance, because these are the things that are promoted on TV heavily, but if we give children other agendas to play with, then we give them a good balance. And for instance, art materials that aren't gender specific help kids develop their fine motor tuning and also are fun. They can be creative. And building blocks, we often buy these just for boys, but then it shouldn't surprise us that boys are better in math and spatial relations and all those good things that boys ultimately... How about, to go along with their building toys, some props that are not gender specific. Here you've got a girl in an active role. Or how about a science toy? This is a great microscope, telescope, binoculars that can be built. There are 5 different tools that can be built.
Who would buy that?
Well, this is a prototype for a new kind of doll, a mommy doll, that's juggling it all, work and baby. And dolls aren't just for girls. This is a gender-specific boy doll, which I think both boys and girls might enjoy.
This just drives me crazy. Look at her dress line and then look at the coat line. I mean, what's wrong with America? And now Cabbage Patch is not gender specific.
No, and here very specifically is a boy doll, which a toddler or preschool boy might very well enjoy.
So the advice is, Joanne, seek the balance.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. It's now 22 after the hour, and we'll be back.